Hey, I'm Chris Bumbray from JoBlo.com.
Hi, Chris.
Huge.
And thank you, guys. You've been very nice in the past few decades.
Oh, we're such huge fans of yours, man.
Thank you.
Mr. Stallone. We have a show, Sylvester Stallone Revisited, that I do with this guy, John Fallon. We go through all your movies. And it's huge on YouTube. People love you. You're my favorite actor. I'm sorry, I won't gush anymore. Wow. I won't gush anymore. Okay, so I got to ask you, Rocky IV, the director's cut. I just watched it recently, and I've probably seen the original to underestimate it dozens of times. And going back in and watching it, I was surprised at how much more soulful it is, the director's cut, and more of a tragedy in a lot of ways, because you really feel that Apollo is kind of racing towards disaster this time in a way that's palpable. Was that an intention of yours?
Yes, it was, because I put in a few more scenes with him, and any kind of situation, even if it's a slight nuance. Yes, I wanted this. It's such a what would you say, tragic? Like you said, like Greek tragedy. He's barreling towards his own demise. It's Icarus. Yeah, and there's nothing I can do. And then Rocky says something that, and I still debate. Don't do this to me. Like, I want to stop the fight. Don't you dare. Don't do this to me. I go, that's really egotistical. Like, don't do this to yourself. No, because Rocky realized he's going to be haunted forever. Oh, yeah. He's already crossed the line. But I thought that was kind of, even today, it haunts me, the reading. Don't do this to me. Like, I want Apollo to go, excuse me. I'm the one who's bleeding. To you? Well, there's one of those moments that to this day, I still question.
There's a scene in it, though, that you just added that I found really haunting, is when Rocky's talking to Adrian in the kitchen, and she's basically so upset because she knows how this is going to turn out. Right. And throughout the fight, all the reaction shots to her seem like they're different this time. It's no longer a joke. It's this is awful. You have to stop it. And that really, that I thought that was amazing.
Well, I'll tell you, I tried to cut out the silly repartee between myself and Adrian. There were some things where there was a cake that I brought into a room, and the way I was dressed, it looks like I was in a kung fu karate outfit at the time. With very Chuck Norris here. I went, this has got to go, and replace it with just these kinds of moments, like saying goodbye to her. Please don't ask me to give up what has made me who I am, like to be a man, kind of a thing. So I wish I had more of them. But yeah, that thing in the kitchen, I want to punch myself in the face. So what were you thinking? It's really extraordinary to have an artist go back and reevaluate anything. I mean, just any creation, whether it be a painting, a designer suit or something, because you go, God, you really do change. You don't think you change, but you do. At least emotionally, you become less testosterone driven and more emotionally driven. Things mean more now as you get older.
That's beautifully put. And I mean, I really felt it during the movie, but I also felt that Drago was more sympathetic this time. I always viewed him as a robot, but he's not now.
I know he's not. He is. He's the Frankenstein monster. He has been created, and then he's going to be disposed of. I mean, it was different. I had written a serious, newsflash. I wrote the screenplay for Creed 2, the original. Mm-hmm. And it was like about 550 pages handwritten. And I made him, Drago, such a tortured character that through his son, but you see where he's working, he's like in Stuttgart and these steel mills. I mean, he's been chastised and tortured and humiliated forever. His wife is remarried into money, and his son is the last vestige of pride, and end up doing a different screenplay. But I get you. So when I went in there, I tried to find any nuance, whether even be a look.
Something. And you touch gloves.
I touched. Oh, you saw that?
Oh, my jaw dropped. I couldn't believe it.
I couldn't either, because that was an outtake.
Yeah.
I said, but that's what Rocky would do.
Oh yeah, of course.
Because the coverage, I didn't have enough coverage, but he went up and went like, okay, it's over now.
Amazing. Yeah. Amazing.
Thank you.
Okay,
you have a good eye.
Oh, well, I love your movies, man. Okay,
that was still a subtle move. Very good.
So, okay, I teach English to new immigrants, and here in Montreal, and I told them all I was interviewing you this morning, And they were all so excited because they said to them, you are America, right? But also the thing that's also interesting is my fiance, she thinks you're the greatest. My sister texted me to tell you that she thinks that you're the greatest, and they love Rocky. And no matter what it is, there's something about that character that's so universal. Why is it that Rocky seems to transcend culture, race, gender? Why is it you find the character has always been able to do that?
He's truly, I try to analyze it, but he's so neutral.
Yeah.
This guy, he looks to me, I wanted a guy to be such a stereotype. Mm-hmm. Rocky. Anyone with the name Rocky, the cut off gloves, the thing. So on the outside, he looks intimidating. He's like, I don't want to even be around this guy. He's like a dark knight, but he plays with puppies and turtles and this. And so people go, he's really a gentle person.
Oh, yeah.
And he has no biases, none.
No.
I mean, he really politically zero. Mm-hmm. You know, he wouldn't even know the difference between, because I believe in good and bad, and that's about it. That's it. He doesn't even get into layers. And I think children, like I met this girl today, she said, oh, my father and I have been watching since you're 6 years old. I'm going, what? And I think it's this gentleness. I'd like to hang out with this guy. He's like a great camp counselor. He's he's very supportive in that, and doesn't
he's
really.
He's a father figure for us all in a lot of ways.
Yeah,
I think we all wanted a surrogate in a way.
It's really remarkable. I mean, I wish I could say, it was planned. Yeah. Shocking.
He is the surrogate father, I think, to all of us, and he's the greatest. Well,
you know, I just think, and it's like I'm doing a streaming show, Talia Sheridan, about a gangster who goes to.
You're doing a show with Talia Sheridan?
Yeah, I am. I'm doing a streaming show. I'm going to start. It's probably 10 episodes. I'll start in this. Oh, it's a newsflash. Okay, here we go. Yeah. And around March, April, it was going to be in Kansas City, but it's going to be in Oklahoma. So this fellow comes out of jail after 25 years and goes to Oklahoma to start a new mob. But everyone there is like a cowboy and this kind of thing, you know, a hippie. So it's like a Get Shorty thing, but it's also done by the same people that did The Sopranos too. So it's going to have an edge.
Oh man.
But the character, the reason I'm saying this is I think you have every actor has a certain, I don't know, essence. And I'm lucky enough that I can play like a tough guy, but deep down inside, you know that he's not a cruel guy.
No.
And whereas some actors they do great cruel. I mean, they can really, and it's hard for me to pull it off. I can get mad, but I can't be that like real gangster kind of a thing where you go, he's a fucking killer. Ooh, no. So I thought this would be really interesting to play this kind of guy who goes in there trying to start a mob, but he's not vicious. You know, he's not intimidating. He's just, okay, look, it's like Get Shorty, 25 years later. So I'm looking forward to that. And it's going to be a good one, too. A great showrunners and great everything.
I'm psyched. Thank you very much. Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it.
Russia will now throw its hat into the ring.
I've seen this Drago fight.
Drago is a super athlete.
I know I can beat him.
Hey, Paolo, look, maybe the show is over. You got nothing more to prove.
He thinks he's fighting for the whole country, but his reasons are wrong.
I'm asking you, as a friend, stand in my corner, just this one last time.
I did not come here to lose.
Perhaps this simple defeat will be a perfect example of how pathetic your society has become.
If you're my friend, I should stop this fight.
And don't do this to me.
Apollo is down.
I cannot be defeated.
Somebody get a doctor in here!
Soon, whole world will know my name. Drago. Drago.
I let it happen. I gotta take everything he's got.
He's had one professional fight, and one man is dead.
It's suicide! You can't win!
This is gonna be a time when you're gonna have to do things that other people don't think are right, but they're gonna be right for you. You gotta do what you gotta do.
Has the fight been set yet?
It's in Russian.
All your strength, all your power, all your love, everything you've got.
You know what to do. Do it.
He's not a machine. He's a man. Be more man than him.
I must break you.
Rocky is in serious trouble.
Breathe. Don't be scared.
Get up, you son of a bitch.
All those fighters you beat them with heart.
Get up,